is certainly a section of the Republican Party here that does not believe in climate change. Now, where the real divide is over what to do about it. The Biden administration has made some changes to limit oil and gas pumping in the US, and Republican Party, the candidates for president are saying if they win in 2024, that's one of the first changes they'll make. So people accept broadly, though not everyone, that climate change is a problem, but how fast and how much of a problem is the real divide.
In Phoenix, in Arizona, it's been more than 40 degrees centigrade every day for the last fortnight. Earlier on this morning, I spoke to Eliza Collins, who is a Wall Street Journal reporter based in Phoenix. Because she's in America, we were speaking in Fahrenheit. That's how they measure things. It was, I think, 106 degrees when I spoke to her at 8 o'clock in the evening there. 118 degrees Fahrenheit is nearly 48 degrees centigrade.
Arizona can definitely get this hot. It's very common for it to be about this temperature in the summer. What is not common is for it to be hotter than this and consistently. So we're at nighttime, it's 106 degrees, but earlier today it was 114. Tomorrow's set to be 118. We've been in excessive heat warning since the start of this month. And so that's the longest stretch of time where the temperature has exceeded 110 degrees Fahrenheit, which is really when you can get heat stroke, when the body can start to have some real serious effects. So it absolutely tops those temperatures, but then usually it'll come down a few degrees. Now, to be very clear, Arizona gets hot in the summer. It is almost always over 100 degrees, but it's the consistent over 110 Fahrenheit that is the problem.
And how are people coping with that? Because are people worried? Does it feel like this is a thing that's happening, a collective thing? Because you look at the whole of America, there's lots of places which are getting very hot. You look at Southern Europe. Are people talking about this as part of a wider issue?
Here in the US, Arizona has incredibly high temperatures, but so do states across the US, including places that are not used to high temperatures. And so I think the overall just heating up of this planet is cause for concern, and where we are and the consistency of the heat is a piece of that story.
And what's the debate about climate change like in Arizona and more broadly in the US? Is it something that's still seen as a debate, or is it something that now people are, as broadly as possible, recognizing as a problem?
Like in Arizona, like the rest of the country, it is political at this point. The country is divided on partisan lines. Now, there is broad acceptance in both parties that climate change is a problem, that temperatures are changing, though I will add that not everyone is there. There is certainly a section of the Republican Party here that does not believe in climate change. Now, where the real divide is over what to do about it. The Biden administration has made some changes to limit oil and gas pumping in the US, and Republican Party, the candidates for president are saying if they win in 2024, that's one of the first changes they'll make. So people accept broadly, though not everyone, that climate change is a problem, but how fast and how much of a problem is the real divide.
And just finally, does your life change in summer periods like this, or does this weather actually affect your life in any way?
Absolutely. So Arizona is a state that most of the year we're very lucky. Weather's really perfect for about 8 months a year. We spend a lot of time outside. And in the summer, that's not the case. You are inside. So where a lot of the world spends their winters indoors, we spend our summer. My shades are drawn because yes, I have air conditioning, but it maxes out at a certain point. It can really only go, 30 degrees lower, 30 Fahrenheit lower than what it is outside. And so absolutely life changes here in Arizona in the summer.
That was Eliza Collins. It's going to be 48 degrees in Arizona tomorrow. And when I was speaking to her, it was just after 8 o'clock in the evening, and it was a mere 40 degrees outside.
Oh, my goodness.
You do need air conditioning in that time, I would imagine.
I would imagine.